So head to Delphi Temple, which is inside Delphi Forest. It's level 48 plus map, but the dungeon requirement is 51. You cannot enter unless you're 51. Now we're going to start off doing this on the engineer because it's probably the easiest class to do it on. Like, you really don't need any gear at all except for a good weapon, which in this case I'm just using the Colonel Fury from level 50. And it's not even plus at all, so it really doesn't need much to do it as an engineer, and it's probably maybe the quickest. I highly doubt it's the quickest, but it's definitely the most efficient because the chance of dying is a lot lower than the rest. And like usual, pull everything you can and just make a big arc right here. I mean, depending on your gear, you probably will have them dead around, I'd say, now. But mine's not the best, so it takes a little while longer, which is just a couple seconds more. And you can see they're already all dead. Like, it's pretty much a fast run, really good experience. And 50 to 55 is about 4 to 6 hours, I'd say. And that's character EXP, so that's really good. Like, class experience is about 3 to 4 times faster, so it's really nice. Of course, I had to dance at the end. I couldn't help it. The whole catsuit and bunny ears thing is just, it's adorable. Anyways, Blade Dancer. You definitely need evasion gear. You need the 2 healing rings. You need, the works. Like, I don't have the best evasion gear in the world. I'm just using the Blood Knife set. But those 2 rings is basically what keeps me alive this entire time. Make sure you use all of your buffs. Your buffs are really important as a Blade Dancer because, I mean, you're sitting there in the middle of like 30 or 40 mobs, so you might want to have your buffs on. And you can see my rings here are both procced. My 2 daggers are procced, and it's just really, really high evasion and lots of heals per second going my way. And now it looked really smooth, but Blade Dancer is not recommended. You're gonna die a lot because the moment you're stunned, you're dead instantly. And Knight's about the same thing. Anything that you're tanking a bunch, you're gonna die the moment you get stunned. Engineers, since you're kiting, you actually, even if you get stunned, you can still get away in time before you die because, they're following you, they're not on top of you already. And on this run on my Knight, I was kind of just worried about dying instantly because my HP got low, so I just stayed around the outer ring and just kept on just running in circles and hitting them. It still works because their Judgment Storm applies a dot, so you're still constantly doing damage to all of them if you're running around in a circle. And you can see in this run, it takes a little bit longer, like maybe 5 or 10 seconds longer than a normal run, but it still works. I mean, if you're by yourself soloing it, it's more EXP no matter what. I mean, you can bring a friend to help you out, but we'll show that later on. Demonic remains, by the way, are not worth much, so you might as well pass on them if you see it, unless you're really hurting for gold. Now, Mage, highly recommend to use that little ice armor thing they have, because the defense is really nice for it, because obviously you're a cloth that you're going to get killed really quick. I mean, there is a bugged way of doing this, but we're not going to show you that because it's obviously frowned upon and most likely bannable, so I don't do it, and I don't recommend doing it. The best way to do it without bugging is the way I'm doing it right here. Just keep blinking over them and applying your fire dot. That's the most important one in this case. Like in Bennett Fang's Snowstorm was what it was all about, but here the fire dot is because you don't really have much time to cast. Well, at least I don't, because I don't have cast speed gear. So if you have cast speed gear, you can probably use whatever you want and you'll still do it. But I have like none. Alright, so moving on to Thief. At this point, I'm just like, hey, why not? I'm just going to pick a class and try it. And Thieves have a lot of evasion, but the problem is they don't have a lot of AoE. So it takes maybe, I'd say 10 to 15 seconds longer. It's still worth it if you're soloing, but it's like, if you're trying to level your character EXP, I wouldn't say it's too worth it. As you can see here, they die a lot slower, but eventually they do die, and I'm really not taking much damage because my evasion rate, with both daggers procced and everything, it's 100%, but obviously the mobs still have accuracy, so some hits still get in on you. But your chance of being stunned is really, really low as a thief. It's gonna happen, but not as likely as other classes will. Because human thieves have an evasion rate passive, so it's really nice. The more evasion you have, the more you get from it. The next clip's going to show you how you can just ask a friend for help, but she didn't know I was recording voices. Even though I kind of told her I did, but then I told her I didn't. Anyways, let's go. Okay, well, you have to like talk Japanese during the recording because it'd just be awesome.
What? You're gonna record our voices?
Of course.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk about.
Okay, fine. I won't record the voice then.
Okay, thank you.
Alright.
I don't
You
want to
ready?
be. I told you I hate my voice. I don't want to.
Alright. Let's go.
I explained this to you.
Yeah. She doesn't know I'm recording her voice.
Oh my
It's pretty
God.
funny. Cause she's totally gonna be on there. Hopefully I don't die here. Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep, I died.
Oh my God, look at my house. Did you just get stunned?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
By the way, don't tell her I'm recording her. Yay.
Congratulations.
That was a really awkward congratulations. You have to say it in Japanese. Say congratulations in Japanese.
Why? Why do I have to?
Because I just want to hear it.
I'm in it all.
Last thing I want to say, get yourself a couple and force him or her to get the movement speed buff and pretend like you love her. I'm just kidding.